Hi, good morning. Oh, I forgot to use my mic. Anyway, I'm going to do this spontaneously, and I sincerely hope to continue this daily for forever, actually, because I just feel this inner desire to share my book with you. This is the book, The Ripple Effect, and it has been published in November last year, but I kept it rather quiet. And although I get a lot of positive feedback, I also heard that it's quite an intense and book with full of useful knowledge and useful insights, but it's quite a lot. So I decided to just read out loud excerpts from the book, and then I comment on it and make short clips so it becomes more accessible. So this is actually the first one, and I just started actually randomly at chapter 3, which is all about connections, because connections are so important. I mean, what is a life without relationships? We all have relationships, whether we like them or not, or whether we are very much involved with them or not. Nevertheless, they influence us. Even the influences in our thoughts. Even if they're not around us, people can influence us because we have a memory of the relationship, or we have a painful memory of the relationship. So relationships are one of the most important things in life. And besides that, they are so important for us in a social way, because it's just more fun to have people around us. They're also very important to learn a lot about ourselves. In fact, I believe that without relationship, you will never really go into deep depth with yourself, because it's impossible to be shown everything that you hold within yourself that blocks you. It's impossible to see that without anyone reflecting it to you. So actually, we create a world and a life where we attract people into our lives, and then we think like, oh, I don't like this person. Or what we actually don't like so much about that person is what they reflect us. Anyway, I'm going ahead of what I want to share. So I'm just first going to read a little bit, and then I'll comment on it or share more about it. Humans are complicated creatures. We love to belong, to be social, to find our intimate partners. Yet our relationships reveal so many challenges. Though often unaware of it, we feel the pain of separation in the connection we seek. In other words, it is this disconnection with ourself that is reflected in our relationships. That is the pain we feel and the void we live in. As long as we have no or little sense of ourself, the self within us, more often than not, we show up inauthentically and out of alignment. We compensate for this unsettling feeling either by becoming too egoistic or too compromising, or often a mix of both, depending on the relationship. This counts for any relationship we're in. To put it simply, anything that is not healed within ourselves and any gift that is not unleashed is mirrored by the persons we meet. It is as if we need others to know more about ourselves and our natural alignment with the self. A whole new branch of relationship coaches, therapists, tantra experts, communication specialists, mediators has grown rapidly in the past decade. Apparently, we're ready to evolve our relationships to another level. Understanding what is happening, the dynamics of the relationship, combined with a willingness to own our own challenges, will accelerate this evolution. And it's quite a challenge to stay open to these deep processes when not everyone around you is ready to open up at the same time. However, in our journey, we need the interaction, the mirror, and deep understanding of how we influence each other. It is relatively easy to feel liberated and amazing on your meditation pillow, or to stay within the safety of your own newly found community with like-minded people, or live the life in safe comfort of your bubble. But then you walk into, let's say, your partner, you call your mother, or you read a social media post, or receive a disappointing message on your phone, and something triggers you. We often don't see the gentle invitation to look inside. Rather, we use various tactics to avoid this inner discomfort. Blaming, anger, agitation, advising, knowing best, falling silent, pleasing, being bossy, ignoring, gaslighting, the list is endless. What we do is we project outwardly as that feels as a temporary release. So we get triggered and then we project it outwardly. That's actually what we often do. Or we get triggered and we fall completely silent and we don't know what to do. And we feel not seen or not heard or not loved. And we fall into a victim mode. But either way, whether you project it outside or you take it inwardly, it is the role of the victim that you get stuck into or caught into. And it makes you feel stuck. In that lower vibration, so when you get triggered, you drop down in vibration, we fall back into old patterns of avoidance of the inner self. So we don't feel anymore what we feel inside. We're completely caught up by this trigger that makes us angry or feel neglected or rejected. And then we projected our pain because we would never project anything negative on anyone else. Instead, we keep recreating our drama, our victim role, as it is our comfort space where we don't feel we need to own everything, but it's a false safety. We all desire to be seen for who we are, and we fail to see that our best teachers are all around us. So what this actually says is that we are constantly in interaction with the people we meet, even if it's silently, even if we don't interact, even if we only read something online, we already connect with that other person energetically, and that person triggers something within us because something is said or something is not said or we're not seen. And this whole dynamic in relationships is very complicated. At least that is how it feels, because you have so many things that come from outside within yourself that you don't know how to deal with it, or you don't know how to react to it. So you go in your automated pilot and you already reacted before you even sensed what is happening. And this automated patterning is actually our biggest problem. But the cause underneath this is our emotional codependency. We are super emotional beings. Even though those who don't feel or pretend not to be emotional, because it's often related with crying and with weakness and with drama or whatever, but we all are emotional beings. Because the positive emotion we do like to admit, but the negative emotions we don't like to admit. But they're the same, right? They're emotions. And there are not so many different emotions, but the main ones we all recognize. We can be angry, we can feel rejected, we can have grief, we can feel joy and happiness and like excitement. That's also an emotion. And they're all kind of related to the frequency we're in, but nevertheless, they're emotions. So the codependency is our problem, not the emotions themselves. The emotions is just what makes us feel alive and vibrant, and even if their emotion is negative. But the codependency is the challenge, because that's where we are actually reacting to the other in a way that is not empowering ourselves, because we feel that the other person needs to comfort us. We feel that the other person needs to make us feel safe. We feel that the other person needs to make us feel heard or seen or loved. And it does not really matter who that person is. It can be your partner, your intimate partner, it can be your mother, it can be the leader of your company, your boss, it can be the government, because you seek safety from them and you expect them to make you feel safe so that they solve your fears or give a solution for your fear so you don't have to do it yourself. It can be basically anyone. The effect or the cause of our reactions is always that we depend on the other to make us feel better about ourselves. So we lay the whole responsibility outside ourselves and we give our power away to the other person. And that is this constant dynamic of going back and forth, and depending on how the other person acts and reacts is where we feel completely drained. Actually, we emotionally drained. Even those people who seem very confident and very self-centered and caught up with themselves, even there, you could almost call them egoistic in a way. So they are very good at creating a life that is very independent, and they do whatever they like, and they make the success, and they have the nice relationships. They still fall for the same trap. Don't kid yourself that their life is more perfect than yours. They still have the same emotional inner turmoil, but they probably push it down, and they found a way to override those emotions with automated reactive patterns to appear to be more confident. And most of it helps how they do it, but not all of it. So whether we like it or not, we are definitely in an age of time where we need to face up to our emotional turmoil and our emotional codependency and our emotional that where we get caught up in our emotion. We really need to face that, because even at collective level, we are so dependent and influenced emotionally that other people take away our power. They use it literally, but that's for another time. So anyway, I don't want to make these videos too long. This is already twice as long as I wanted to make it. So next time I hope it will be a little bit shorter, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye for now, and thanks for watching. Bye.